The massive city of Vivec is the capital of Vvardenfell province. It is where Vivec rules and is the seat of power in Vvardenfell for the Dunmer. But Vvardenfell is part of Morrowind, and Morrowind is technically part of the Empire. It is no surprise then that the Empire also has a seat of power in Vvardenfell. Hello and welcome to another episode of Lore and Loot. Today we're going to take a tour of the city of Ebonheart. Ebonheart is a large city located in the Ascadian Isles region in the southwest of Vvardenfell. The only road out of town goes north and will lead to Vivec if you take the eastern road when the road forks, and to Seydanin eventually if you take the path to the west. Aside from walking, the only other way to reach Ebonheart is by boat. The captain of the local transport ship can take you to La Oad, Sadrith Mora, Tel Brenora, and Vivec. As an Imperial stronghold, you can also expect to find all of the Imperial services here. You'll find an Imperial Garrison, a Chapel of the Nine Divines, and even an East Empire Trading Company presence. Of course, the Duke of Vvardenfell province is here too. Alright, let's start the tour. The first thing a visitor will see when entering the city, either by boat or by foot, is the large statue of the dragon. This statue dominates the plaza around which the East Empire Trading Company has its warehouses and its company hall. But there really isn't anything of value in either of them. The company hall itself has a few members of the company inside, but they seem too busy with the business to really have anything important to say. Now, to the south is a bridge that leads to a small island. This island has nothing of interest on it, although there is a small footpath here, but it only leads to a dead end. Directly in front of the dragon statue are two small boats. The Chun Ook is to the south. This is the transport ship of Nevosi Hlan. The small boat to the north doesn't seem to provide transport. Crossing the bridge to the west takes us into the town proper. Here we will see the local public house, the Six Fishes. Here, Mages Guild, Imperial Cult, and Imperial Legion members can receive training from fellow members, and the wary traveler can rent a room for the night and have a nice meal with a drink. Continuing past the Six Fishes to the south, we'll reach another little square with a well in the middle. There are two buildings here. The first one is the Argonian Mission. The Argonian Mission is a safe haven of sorts for Argonians who have escaped slavery here in Vvardenfell. You see, slavery is banned in the Empire. However, as part of the peace treaty between the Empire and Morrowind many years ago, the treaty that brought Morrowind into the Empire in exchange for military aid from the Tribunal, Morrowind was allowed to maintain some of its traditions, one of which was slavery. Here, the underground slave liberation organization, the Twin Lamps, helps escaped Argonians return to Black Marsh. Next to the Argonian Mission is the Skyrim Mission, which is the embassy for Skyrim. There isn't much of interest here. Swinging around to the north, we'll get to the Hawkmoth Legion Fort and Garrison. Through this door on the northeast corner, we can enter the garrison itself. The Garrison building is home to quite a few members of the Imperial Legion. In particular, there is Frald the White, who is the main quest giver here. Cyrillus Sackus is the blacksmith. He would be the master armorer trainer, but a bug in the game means that he is not, at least not in the vanilla version of the game. There are a few people in the jail cells here as well, but nothing too interesting. As far as the other folks in the building, most of them offer services for Imperial Legion members only. Outside the main door to the garrison is a staircase that leads to a bridge. This bridge leads to the Grand Council Chambers, another fortress-looking building with various towers and ramparts. Inside the chambers proper, you'll find quite a few important characters. Of course, the most important will be Duke Vvardenfell, the Duke of the Imperial District of Vvardenfell, and also Grandmaster of House Lalu. Ruchia Conesian is the highest-ranking member of the Imperial cult in Vvardenfell, but rather than deal with the matters of the cult itself, she spends her time representing her organization in the council. Also of note is Ascian Rain, who will be here to transport you magically to Mournhold, the actual capital city of Morrowind, if you have the expansion pack Tribunal installed. Beyond the Grand Council chambers are the Imperial Chapels. Here you will find the headquarters of the Imperial cult here in Vvardenfell. Lalatia Varian is where high-ranking members of the cult will receive their quests. Other members located here will provide services and quests as well. And that does it for this guide to Ebonheart, the Imperial capital, if you will, of the district of Vvardenfell. There may not be much here for the average traveler, but for those with business in or around Ebonheart, the city offers a wide variety of services and shops, as well as some very interesting lore-related locations and characters. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Lore and Loot, and I will see you next time.